You've probably heard this story before, that when Alexander the Great died, he asked for his hands to be left outside his coffin, so the world could see he left with nothing. But here's the part most people don't question. No one really knows if that ever happened. There's no clear record, no solid proof. And maybe that's the real question. Why did this story survive? Because even if the story isn't true, the feeling behind it is. Alexander the Great wasn't just successful, he was unstoppable. Before most people even find their direction, he was already conquering nations. City after city fell, empires collapsed. History moved because he moved. It's said that when he was young, he didn't dream like others. He wasn't hoping for success. He was worried that by the time he was ready, there would be nothing left for him to conquer. Think about that. Not fear of failure, but fear of running out of victories. And that's how he lived. Always chasing, always moving forward. Because no matter how much he gained, it was never the end. But there's something no one escapes. No matter how much you control the world, you can't control everything. And one day, that truth reached him. Far from home, after conquering nearly everything in his path, his body began to fail. The man who commanded armies couldn't command his own breath. And that's where the story begins. There's a legend that in his final moments, he made a simple request, that when he was carried to his grave, his hands would be left outside the coffin. Maybe he said it, maybe he didn't, but imagine it. A man who once held the world, being carried through the streets, and for everyone to see his hands empty. Because in the end, that part is true. You spend your life trying to hold things, believing if you just hold on tighter, you'll finally feel secure, finally feel complete. But the tighter you hold, the more it owns you, because none of it was ever yours to keep. So maybe the story doesn't need to be true to tell you something real, that one day your hands will look exactly the same, empty. Follow Zempower and start thinking differently.